Lovely stuff. Welcome back after a week's break for the bank holiday on Monday. We had a one-off race. We're back this time. No personal liveries. It's full teams, full drivers, full MRC Championship. Round 5. So officially at the halfway mark for Season 4 in Tier 2. And as we're watching Boothby circulate the track, we've got a retirement there for Herman. So that hasn't even been able to get a lap in, which is most unfortunate. I've got Carl with me in the booth again here tonight.
Good evening.
Lovely stuff, Carl. How are you doing?
Not too bad.
Well, it's not like I asked you 5 minutes ago already.
No, not at all.
Good. Well, as Carl already raised with me a few moments ago, at least we're actually going to get a race at Spa. It would be quite funny if we did the qualifying and then just set points based on that. But no, all 20 drivers will be going through Eau Rouge. Oh, look at that. In anger. Boothby nearly losing it through there on his flying lap. And I think he is going to be the first one to set a time lap. And I'll just bring up the telemetry. There we are. Nice and smooth through Rivage. This corner tends to oversteer. Ooh, want to watch out for that curb. And goes a little bit too deep there into the following left-hander. Puhon coming up really fast. Dropped down 1 gear. He's done 2 there, but avoiding this curb on the inside right. That is an absolute death trap.
Oh, VGR's made a mistake somewhere. That's what the yellow flag was, because I've just caught it.
Has he had a spin around or something like
that? He must have had a spin around on his out lap.
Luckily, it's not on the flying lap, so if there's any time to make a mistake, it's going to be on your first lap out the pits. And the 4 drivers going for the mediums. Ooh, really deep there into the bus stop chicane. Does manage to get it slowed down for that for that left-hander across the line. And Boothby will set our first time of the evening, a 1:46.1, I suspect. Well, actually, I'm quite confident there's a fair bit more time in that car. There was a few mistakes on that lap, but otherwise kept it clean and has got a bank of time on the board.
Got Fox of the 8 coming through the bus stop to finish his flying lap.
And where is this one going to put Fox River? I suspect. Whoa.
43.6.
That is a pretty rapid benchmark, if you ask me. But of course, track's still green. At the minute, Shadow Cobra pops herself in second. Only 700ths behind. Championship leader, despite racing in Tier 1, got promotion. As it was judged that.
Just seen, sorry to butt in, but I've just seen Alex lose the back end through Eau Rouge on a flying lap.
That is
luckily he didn't. Luckily he never touched the barriers, so he can go round and have another go because he's on those medium compound tyre.
Depending on how much fuel he's got in the car as well, but yes, the main point is he survived that corner. If you get it wrong through there and go off in a really bad way, that is a one-way ticket to retirement. Just ask Lando Norris.
Or, going back to 99, the 2 BAR drivers of Villeneuve and Zonta.
Yep. They
wrote off both cars. Yes, they betted each other to see who could take Eau Rouge flat, and they both writ off the cars. Much to the team principal's disgust, I must add on that one.
Well, Craig Pollock, wasn't it, at the time? And,
I think it was, yes.
Yeah. Jacques Villeneuve's, I think he was his old gym teacher, and then later on he was his manager.
I think you're correct on that one, yes.
I knew my 2000, 2001 Formula 1 annuals will come in handy someday. Just finishing Ollie.
I don't need stuff like that.
Well, no, there's a thing called the internet now, isn't there? So
I don't even need that.
Ollie T pops himself in 6th behind BGR. So some drivers starting to get times in now, and look, you can see there. So you can see how much time that little, that big moment in Eau Rouge cost Alex left for that 1:57. That is obviously going to be improved upon. Retirements non-permitting. Who have we got going on an outlap at the moment? So Smith 96 in the Alfa Romeo coming through. I can't even remember that corner name. I know it.
I don't know many of the corners here, but Martin's coming up to the bus stop.
So Smith has bailed. Sorry, excuse me. Smith bailed on that lap because he had a load of traffic.
Martin
nice.
Goes third on a 43.9.
He's going to be happy with that. One of our more consistent drivers in this tier. And
although he does get a bit of bad luck in the race.
We've seen that on a few occasions, yeah, actually.
Yeah. But, he did message me on Discord. He was close to quitting the league after what happened in Brazil.
Oh really?
Yes, he messaged me that he was close to quitting the league after what happened in Brazil.
Not ideal, considering it's so big, but yeah, it's just.
I mean, we know we've seen what happened, so it's not surprised it really ticked him off.
No, of course. Well, it just shows you how passionate we are about playing these games, and
yes.
And obviously racing together as well. Tom Brown going through Pruhon there at the minute. Let's cut towards Mark Hodgson. I want to say where he is. He's coming out of the it's in the 3rd sector. Blanchimont, that's the corner they're coming up to.
The Lewis Hamilton look-alike.
There we are. Yeah, he has. He's got the purple helmet on, hasn't he?
Yes.
Through Blanchimont. There we go. That was the corner name. How could I forget that? Enrico Benodi and Eddie Irvine had a massive shunt there in 2001.
Oh, definitely. I remember. Yeah.
Big back accident there. Nico Rosberg.
But everyone remembers. Bloody hell!
I'm really sorry to cut across you there, but that is a lap and a half from Mark Hodgson.
Hammer time or what?
Hodgson time.
Yeah.
Look at that. But yeah, Nico Rosberg had that delamination around Blanchimont as well.
Yes, he did.
I think it was 2015 or 16. Might be 16.
You had I think it was Ocon and Perez as well during the racing point when they near enough took each other out going up to Eau Rouge and Radion.
Exactly.
But everyone knows Spa for one thing. 98.
It's
98.
98, yeah. See that massive shunt at the start. Ralph Schumacher and Damon Hill leading home. First 1-2 for Eddie Jordan and his eponymous
team orders were brought in on that because Ralph Schumacher was gradually closing in on Hill, and Hill got on the radio to the team and said,
let's not throw this one away.
Let's not throw this one away.
And I think, judging by the conditions, obviously gutting for Ralph at that time, but I think it was the right call.
As much as it was a damper on Ralph, who was having a superb race as well.
Oh yeah, I think it's something only like 9 or 8 cars finish. There's when that many people have crashed out, you don't want to risk any more.
And also you had Schumacher having it out with Coulthard in the pit lane.
Exactly that. Just seeing Vans racing come towards the
end of
his lap.
Let's hope none of these drivers have a go at each other in the pit lane.
I should imagine we should be okay. Vans racing pops himself in 4th place. So top 5 at the minute. Mark Hodgson with that storming lap. Still 7 minutes to go, so improvement still to be made. But that's a good marker to lay down if you're looking to make an impact tonight. Fox River 8 is 2nd, Shadow Cobra 3rd. This man here, Vans Racing 4th, and Ghetto Biggie is 5th. We've got quite a few drivers.
We've got Evil Homer coming through the last couple corners. What's he going to set? Looks like his laps.
Oh, it might have been. Yeah, no, actually, it might.
I think it was invalid.
Possibly.
I don't know because he hasn't. He didn't. Yeah, he didn't come up, and he wasn't on an out lap either. So it must have been, that lap must have been invalid somewhere.
So Evil Homer has fortunately taken some track liberty somewhere around the track, and he will have to come in again, get a new set of boots on. It's just absolutely futile to set your lap on a used set. So we've got, well, not including Herman, we've got 6 drivers still yet to set a time. And I'd imagine we're coming towards the last runs at the minute. What is Seb Mail doing? Oh, I've just gone on board with towards Seb Mail.
What happened there?
He's gone off in a big way through Pujon. I just caught the back end of it. So
my guess, he probably lost the back end. The back end stepped out of something, probably. My guess.
Could have got onto that inside curb, because then that puts more load on the inside right, inside left, sorry, front left, unsettles the rear, and around it swaps. So that could potentially be what's happened to Seb Mail there. Fortunately, he will start from the back of the grid.
Got Emiliano coming up to the line. And goes a 43.6 to go third.
That's a decent lap.
In the Alpine.
He might get back in again if he's quick on his in lap. And the body language of that car, I think he is giving it full beans to get back. Who have we got out on a lap at the minute? Single track just coming through Eau Rouge now.
We've got Tom Brown coming through the final sector, coming up to the bus stop on a flying lap.
We'll wait and see where he pops himself in. And look at this, I'm just watching the single track attack this lap. Really going it for it through Les Combes. Now through Rivage, keeping it nice and tight.
Oh, Tom Brown's decided to go back into the pits.
Maybe made a mistake and decided it was better to bail, get a new set on, and get back out again. So that could actually be quite a smart decision. And that's the thing about Spa, it's such a longer track. You do have to have your wits about you in regards to timings. To get 3 runs in is actually a bit of a squeeze. So you do have to have your head screwed on in qualifying round here. Again, just another challenge that this track.
2 tenths up for Martin at the moment.
He's looking good. Coming up towards Blanchimont at the minute. See how much speed he scrubs off on here. Hardly any. Nice line through there. Coming up bus stop, break at the 100-metre boards, get down to third. Really attack this corner. He's gone really slow, so I think he's bailing out this one.
Yeah.
And he will give it another go. Let's cut towards his teammate, Alex. He was very nearly gone round there through that chicane. That right left. It's got a name, can't remember it. Going through Stabilo now. Nice and tidy through there. He was only, I think it was 500ths down, so he could still improve his lap time here as he comes through Blanchimont up to the bus stop, and we'll see if he goes through to complete this one. Nice.
Ollie T 7 tenths up on his lap at the moment.
That's a good.
Ollie, what? Ollie, yeah.
Wow, look at that. Alex has pushed Mark down into second place. Good lap.
It's rather close at the top.
It is. The track is getting greener. The drivers are starting to put their theoretical best together.
Ooh. Ollie T coming through the bus stop, and there was a Mercedes just in front of him, and I don't think Ollie could have got the acceleration off there. They were both coming out the exit of the bus stop. I don't know if it hindered him too much.
Did Ollie come in, or did he?
No, he
completed it.
He just come through the pit stop, and he was just accelerating, and as soon as he was accelerating, he was near enough kissing the back end of a I think it was Scott in the other Mercedes.
Unfortunate, so just unsighted him ever so slightly. Well, this is the last runs now and currently it's Alex who's on provisional pole. We are looking at Mark Hodgson here. He was on pole, and he has been for the majority of the second. Look at that. He is a tenth up on his current time at the minute. If he manages to stay like this all around the lap, he will challenge Alex for pole again. And that Mercedes looks really, really hooked up, I must say. So he's got a good setup going there. Oh, not too wide there. Coming down to Pujon now. Again, avoid that left-hand curb. That will send you into the wall as it did Seb Mail. I'm enjoying this lap. Quick right, quick left. It's all about the line here. Alex is
42.7. Jesus.
42.7. So suddenly, from finding a 10th, Mark has now got to find 7 tenths. He's down.
I think that's a bit too much to ask for so late in this session.
Potentially,
but it is doable. It is doable.
Alex has set that lap on 2 lap
Ollie
tyres.
T's just gone 7th.
Good.
He's improved to 7th with a 43.7. A lot of people in the 43.6s and 43.7s.
Shadow Cobra goes second, knocks Mark down to third. Is he going to be able to take that back? No, he's not. He cannot improve. No, he can improve, excuse me, but it's not enough. So Mark will line up on row 2 as it stands. Just trying to catch some of the other guys who are on laps at the minute. I know Single Track is out on another one. I'm just gone on board with Fox River 8 in the Aston Martin coming through Stavilo now. Yellow flag out. The session is over.
I think Grimo's made a mistake somewhere.
What a lap from the Ferrari of BGR. He's now third. Fox River 8 through Blanchimont up to the bus stop.
Martin just got a helpful tow from a Mercedes on his last flying lap.
I wonder if Mark and Martin were anywhere near each other.
I don't think it was. It probably was Mark. I don't know, but I didn't quite get the glimpse of the helmet that well.
Well, Fox River 8 has gone third at the minute. Everyone now, look at that. Single Track is up by half a second on his lap currently. We've just gone towards him. Get a Biggie's gone second, so he's now on the first row. And it's still only it's 0.4 down. Get a Biggie. So that's a fantastic lap from Alex. Of course, he will start the race on 2 lap old.
2 tenths up on his best lap for Martin.
Just watch him now coming through.
He's up by 2 tenths. He was up by 2 tenths.
He was up by 4. So 6 tenths. And this could, I mean, this could put him up there into that sort of top 6. We'll see where that.
Can he get close to his teammate though?
7th, so I wasn't too far off. Emiliano, I think, has had a moment out of the bus stop, so he's not going to improve. And I think that is more or less going to be it. We've got to wait now for Martin to get back to the pits. He set that lap on about as low fuel as you could imagine, because you can see he is struggling.
Yeah,
now.
you can hear the revs just bouncing off the limiter.
So it will be Alex in the McLaren who will start from pole. Ghetto Biggie in the AlphaTauri alongside him. Shadow Cobra. We're waiting for. Well, I think we're waiting for another lap, are we? No, I don't. Oh, the Aston Martin just came through, so I wondered what was going on there. We'll run through the grid in a bit. But good qualifying session there from.
Very good, very high standard.
With only 2 retirements. Yes, so there you go. Fastest lap for Alex. He will start from pole by 4 tenths from Get a Biggie in that AlphaTauri. Shadow Cobra, championship leader for Tier 2. He is third. Fox River 8 will complete row 2. BGR in the Ferrari 5th. Mark Hodgson will line up alongside him in 6th. Single Track 7th. Emiliano will complete row 4. Vans Racing and Ollie T will round out that top 10. Wimax is in 11th alongside Evil Homer in the other AlphaTauri. Row 7 is the 2 Alfa Romeos of Grimo and Smith. Stube, Scott, Boothby, Tom, Herman and Seb Mail round off your final 20. About to get into the race in just a second. It's boiling, so I hope you don't forgive. Hope you'll forgive me if I grab a quick drink.
I think I might join you on that one.
Back with you very, very shortly for the race itself. Okay, welcome back, and I'm pleased to tell you we are going to have a race at Spa. No weather to disrupt things, and we'll just run through that grid order again. If you're just joining us, it is Alex in that McLaren on pole position. Ghetto Biggie is in second in that Alpha Tauri. Shadow Cobra Championship leader for Tier 2 is in third, Fox River 8. Aston Martin alongside. BGR in that Ferrari is fifth, and Mark Hodgson is on the third row. Just getting my maths there. Single track.
Forget yourself.
Exactly that. It's the heat. Single track is seventh in the other McLaren, and Emiliano in the Alpine, the second Alpine. He completes row 4. Vans Racing and Ollie T rounding out the top 10. Max will start 11th, followed by, I think it's a debut for Evil Homer in that second Alpha Tauri, so we'll see how he gets on. And then, yeah, as we said before, row 7 is an Alfa Romeo Lovin, Primo 83 in 13th, Smith 96 in 14th, Stube in that second Aston Martin, he is 15th, as we see the pit stop strategies below. It's definitely going to be a one stop, but obviously with the safety car that could change. Stube in that second McLaren is 16th, Boothby is in 17th, and then the second Williams and Tomo completes row 9. Herman, unfortunate retirement early on, he will start from 19th, and we saw that horrific accident for Seb Mail. Before he had set a lap time, he will start from the back. But again, it's becoming a broken record. Just because you're at the back, it does not mean that you can't get a result. We've seen that with many
Alex
drivers.
really, sorry to butt in, but Alex really quick back to the start line. They got quite a big gap between him and Ghetto Biggie.
And then if we go all the way towards Seb Mayo, who's just coming through the bus stop now, so I don't necessarily think that's too bad. But either way, he will drop a bit of tyre temp relative to the rest. Eau Rouge first lap is obviously going to be the one to keep an eye out for.
Ooh.
Yes, Carl, if you do us a favour and then keep an eye on the positions from 11th down, and I'll keep an eye on the top 10.
Will do.
I think the last time we raced it here in season 3, it was absolutely manic, and we're gonna find out very, very shortly if it's going to be much of the same again. 4, 5. They had that one for a long time, but the drivers are now away, and Alex gets away pretty well, covers that inside line. No one is coming through there. Look at Shadow Cobra, he's up to second already, and there's a bit of a collision there. Mark Hodgson and Get Biggie coming through. Getting into each other, and Alex has massively streaked clear at the front already. He's got second lead already. Mark Hodgson drops back to 4th as we're going through Eau Rouge now, and I think we've managed to get through there with no accidents.
Yeah, everyone through, no incidents at all through Eau Rouge, so
absolutely
that's good
fantastic.
to see.
Yeah, and Mark Hodgson is up on the outside of Lecom of Shadow Cobra, but has to back out of it, and that is going to allow Single Track to put a bit of pressure onto him as well. Mark Hodgson taking the tighter line, and I think we've got an incident already, the first one of the day. I think someone's had a spin, and I think that
it's Scott. It's Scott in the Mercedes.
Alex still with just under a second lead at the front, and the two Ferraris dicing. BGR getting up past Womax, no, excuse me, through Puhon as well. Very, very brave, but Vans Racing looked like he was, I think he is, yes, he's gone for the outside into this right-left, and he's kept it there on the outside. It comes to the inside, and that's a good professional move there from Vans Racing up to ninth. So splitting the Ferraris, and Stube 344 had a bit of a moment there coming out of Stavilo, and I have to say that's probably one of the best starts that we've had in Monday Race Cup.
Oh, I definitely have to agree there. The fact that everyone was able to get through Eau Rouge nice and clean, hardly any contact, it just shows that everyone is improving throughout this. As Boothby absolutely sends it into the bus stop to move up to 14th, literally just dived down the inside, absolutely sent it, and it was rather clean as well, but I'm not a fan of people sending it down people's insides.
I mean, it's a calculated risk, isn't it? I think at the end of the day.
Yeah. Oh, Smith's lost it through Eau Rouge, and there's 3 cars that have lost it through Eau Rouge towards the back. It's
I can see
you've got
it now.
Tom Brown, Smith, and there was one more.
There was an Alpha Tauri in there as well.
Yeah, it was. I've got Tom Brown, I've got Smith down there at the back, but there were 3 cars involved, and I think one of them was in. They all lost it through the top of Eau Rouge, and I think it's Evil Homer as well.
It is, yeah. I can see him towards the back, and him. And,
yeah, he's got no front wing.
Exactly. So that's going to take
all
a little while for him to
three
get
cars
back.
lost it at the top of Eau Rouge. All at the same exact point.
I think I'm surprised they all managed to get away with that. Yeah, okay. Evil Homer's got to change his front wing, but that is better than a straight retirement. All it takes is a safety car, and he can close that gap up. So keep going, and you could be on for some points. We'll wait and see. But meanwhile, I think Fox River 8's had a bit of a mistake somewhere, because he's dropped.
I can't tell because I've got a horrible glitch, because all the interval times between each driver is absolutely saying gobbledygook.
Yeah, I've got like Shadow Cobra, who's a minute 45 ahead.
Yeah, and I've got like Tom Brown a lap behind Grimo towards the back.
Well, hopefully that sorts itself out soon. But
Fingers
either way,
crossed.
top 5 as it stands. Alex leads the race from pole. He's been untouched at the front. Shadow Cobra following behind second. You can see him there. Mark Hodgson now in third. Single track. We're looking at him now fourth, and Emiliano's fifth. Sorry, what were you going to say,
I think I just caught Scott losing it through. Oh, as we got Boothby retiring.
Boothby, and
virtual safety car. But I was just saying that I just caught Scott losing the back end through the hairpin of the first corner.
Well, that's source.
Herman's left the session.
Could potentially be a bit of internet issues there for Herman.
Yeah, his car's transparent.
Well, hopefully he can get back in. The invite that you use to start with should be there, should be valid.
Yeah, at least we can take a quick breather with this virtual safety car.
Exactly that, and just before that's happened, BGR managed to get back past Vans Racing, so those two dicing it out in the opening few laps of this race. I should imagine the virtual safety car will end shortly.
They don't tend to last long.
Alex really having to slow down there, so he's gone well over the delta. That's the thing as well. All it takes is for a moment for it to be. You've got to be super careful.
You got to really.
And there we go.
Gone green again.
And there we go. I don't think anyone flashed up with the drive-through. So well done to everyone for timing that well. It's so easy to do, isn't it, Carl?
It's not easy.
I just zone out. That's what happens with me.
I've never misjudged it.
Famous last words, Carl. Famous last words. Mark Hodgson's going round at the top of Radion, and he's that was a big moment there for Eau Rouge's tyres are going to be all over the place.
He did message me earlier today that he's not really not really comfortable through Eau Rouge because he had lost it a few times during practice.
It's a tricky corner. It really is because it's got that bump in the middle.
You're threading. Tom Brown's retired.
So we've got both Williams now out of the Grand Prix. Yellow flag, is that going to be a safety car? So we had Mark Hodgson go round. Tom Brown has gone round somewhere as well and into retirement.
I think it's near Eau Rouge.
Looking at Mark's front wing, and I cannot
it's Eau
see
Rouge.
any damage.
Tom Brown lost it at the top of Eau Rouge. Because I was just following Smith, and there was Tom Brown sitting at the top of Eau Rouge.
Oh, look at that. Ollie T has managed to get past Mark Hodgson as well. He could potentially have some front wing damage, although I can't see it.
Vans has made a mistake.
And let's go towards him now. Yes! And again, it's really easy to take too much curb on the inside. Looks to me that's what's happened there, as he just about keeps out of the way there. Well done there from Vans, and now he can get going again. But it will be about half a lap before his tyres get anywhere near close to something that you could use. Meanwhile, the big beneficiary from that Mark Hodgson spin is Single Track. He's now up to third, so it's a McLaren 1-3 at the minute. He's got 3 seconds to make
big
up.
Points for them then.
Exactly that.
If it stays as it is.
Emiliano and Ollie T.
As Mark's pitting.
As well as Vans.
And Vans is, yeah.
So that's those
Vans
spins.
Vans will probably be for repairs, and so's Mark as well.
As well as the tyres as well, because they really do drop off on this game.
Mark has gone onto the hard tyres, Vans onto the hard tyres, Ollie's gone for the mediums.
So, I mean, on the pit stop strategy, it said that the mediums will go all the way to the end. I should imagine they'll drop off towards that end. Evil Homer sets the fastest
Evil
lap.
Homer with 46.2. Still early days.
Still early days, but showing that he's got the pace for Tier 2, does Homer.
I'm
just going to
down in 18th though. Yeah, down in 18th though. 3 seconds behind Vans racing at the moment.
You could also.
At least he's got all that clear air though, which is a beneficiary.
Exactly. So he doesn't have to spend any time hold up, get a big. He's got a time penalty for exceeding track limits. Multiple warnings. Actually, we've got another yellow flag. I think that might be Seb Mail. No, excuse me.
I don't think it was, because I just quickly had a look. I don't know who that was. Although it could have been Homer, because he's now 9 seconds behind Vans now, so he must have made a mistake somewhere, which is what the yellow flags were for.
Well, I think he made a small error coming out of Stavolo, because that allowed Scott to get past. And yeah, so Scott in that second Mercedes making some progress. You know, the guys on the hards towards the back of the grid, back of the field at the minute, safety car comes out, they're going to be right in the mix, because of course those hards can go to the end. We've got a nice little battle. Look at this, from third all the way to sixth, separated by a couple of seconds. So Single Track, who leads this quartet, followed by Fox River 8. They're the two Ferraris of Wimax and BGR, and Fox River 8 is all over the back of Martin Hills. I should expect pass to come soon. Not going to happen. Ooh, very nearly outjudged. Breaking into Ravage.
Scott, no front wing, top of Eau Rouge.
He's gone round, so Eau Rouge has claimed another victim, and as that was going on, and Carl was speeding that through. Fox River 8 nearly put the blinders on Single Track around the outside at Ravage. Would have been a very brave move. Very good move if it come off. But just didn't have the room. But Single Track still ahead of these three.
Scott literally absolutely carving through the chicane, just giving no regard to the chicane, just literally cut it and getting a 3-second time penalty in the process.
Mitigating risk.
Straight.
We've got a Ferrari there coming out Stabilo, and I think that was BGR. He's now lost his front wing. He's got no front wing. Very sorry to cut across you there, Carl, but
no
that happened in real time. Oh, Fox
Ollie
River 8 now
T.
looking for a move.
Ollie T just gets...
He's going on the outside of the first bus stop, and Single Track chooses the moment to come in. So rather than lose any time battling with Fox River 8, he's going to try and minimise that loss by getting into the pits, and of course getting on that fresher rubber means he should be able to extend that gap depending on when he comes out. As we see Stoop there getting a really Larry there on exit out of the source. So Spa proving a real test for these guys as it stands.
Especially with got through Eau Rouge, because we've had a few victims going through there so far.
Absolutely, at least 4 or 5.
And Scott's just made it back to the pits after having to do near enough a full lap with no front wing.
Yeah, I mean, there's no good time to lose your front wing.
No.
But if there ever was, it's definitely towards the end of a lap, especially with this being a big track. One of the
it's longest track on the calendar.
Yep. Be interesting to see what Fox River 8 and Womax do, knowing that Single Track has ditched those softs. He's gone onto the mediums, interestingly.
Smits has got no front wing, lost it through Eau Rouge.
Ding! Yahtzee, that's another one.
Are you keeping tally?
I may as well.
Got the, I think it's the 2 Alpha Tauris just literally going for a ding-dong between each other, but Evil Homer has just slightly opened the gap to his teammate.
And Fox River 8 has decided to bin the softs off, leaving Womax out there. Womax choosing to stick to the strategy. You saw it pop up there. Oh, excuse me, I missed the race leader coming in as well. So Alex has come in. Both McLarens now on medium tyres. Shadow Cobra has stayed out, as has Womax. So they will have a couple of laps younger tyres towards the end. Will that prove the right decision? We'll wait and see.
Ghetto Biggie within half ace, about 5/10 behind his teammate. So wonder if we'll get a possible battle going through Eau Rouge and up that way.
Well, I have just cut towards them at the minute, and Evil Homer's making fairly decent use of those softs. Of course, I should imagine he will have to come in again. Ghetto Biggie with the DRS. And these two are going to have to orchestrate a move somewhere around the lap. And I think that's been done, so... Oh, no, it hasn't. It looked like Evil Home was moving out the way just then. But nope. DRS pops open.
DRS,
straight
yeah.
line. No team orders here, look at that. Evil
No,
trying
doesn't
to,
look like it, no. Keeps his
toe.
line. As long as they don't take each other out, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Exactly that. Shadow Cabra chooses to come in and pit, and look at that.
Oh, down the inside.
Evil Homer braked himself ever so slightly, drifted wide, understeered, and that's allowed Ghetto Biggie through. Meanwhile, a bit further up, I think Single Track's got past Seb Mail. Womax has decided to stay out. Interestingly. Could be praying for a safety car, essentially. Stu has stayed out as well.
Stu stayed out as well, yep.
Well, it depends on the tyre life, because obviously,
yeah,
tyres they will go off, but historically around Spa it's not been too bad. It's always been kind of that sort of one stop, hasn't it? So should be able to make it work. Emiliano's come in to pit as a Seb Mail. So some of these positions starting to filter through now. Single Track, 3-second time penalty.
We could end up having another scrap with the 2 AlphaTauris because they're still close together.
Well, I'll tell you who is very close. Do you remember Alex was leading the race by quite some margin? Well, Fox River
yes, I do.
Is right up behind him. They've both made their stops.
Yeah, I can see it literally near enough about 3 or 2 tenths between them.
How has that happened?
I have no idea.
Maybe Alex has made a mistake somewhere around the lap.
Oh,
because now Shadow Cobra. Now it must have been because Shadow Cobra's leading by three and a bit seconds. Well, in the net.
Ghetto Biggie and Evil Homer have just gone past Mark.
And then
Mark's dropped down to 13th.
So lots of time penalties coming in at the minute. So drivers pushing hard, maybe risking some of that composure. And of course, it will
I'm
play a part
I'm just following Mark, and he's for some reason, looking at the way the car is, he's losing a lot. He literally lost two or three places in a matter of seconds, including the Ghost of Herman. Something doesn't look right. He's going very, very slowly.
Well, we've got a virtual safety car at the minute, and I think that might be for Smith 96. Look, so Smith 96 is our latest retirement. And I wonder if that's Eau Rouge.
But he literally lost 3 places before that virtual safety car, and I don't know whether or not he's not feeling comfortable since the start or whatnot.
We potentially could even be an internet issue. You just never know.
Probably, you don't know. Yeah.
But as I suspected, yes, Smith 96 has retired, and guess where, Carl? Eau Rouge. Away we get going again. We've got a new leader, it's Shadow Cobra, and look at that. Alex has managed to catch up nearly a second and a half in that time. So don't know whether Shadow Cobra maybe.
I think Mark had a bit of damage. That's why he's going so slowly. You couldn't see it visually, but it must have been so minute. I'm just going to see if he has a front wing change. Yes, he does. He's having a front wing change, so he must have had a slight bit of damage somewhere.
I'll tell you what, pitting early didn't work out for single track. So he was up there in 3rd by the time he done his pit stop. He's now in 8th. So he is going to be
Ghetto Biggie all over the gearbox of Vans.
We'll go back to that.
Oh, near enough kissing the rear of the Haas.
Oh yes. See him coming on the approach to Pujon now. 2 laps fresher tyres. Not going to get through there. Very, very brave man to try it through Pujon. Now up to the chicane. Quick right and left. Single file 4 now.
Will he have a go down to the bus stop, I wonder?
Wait and see. They're coming through Stavolo at the minute. Oh, very wide there. But just about gathers that one up. And now that it's all about minimising the speed scrub as you go through Blanchimont, and just try to get onto the back with the toe. Look at that. So Vans is harvesting energy, and
dear, Ghetto Biggie losing the back end through the final section of the bus stop.
Bit eager on that loud pedal, so now his rears are going to be on fire. For the next
take it easy for the next few minutes. Just let them tyres cool down.
Exactly that. Evil Homer in the pits. We just saw that for a second. Up top, Shadow Cobra is just controlling that gap between him and Alex. 1 second now, so it's hovering about. Oh, so it's now within the DRS range, or thereabouts. So I'd like to stay with this lead battle and see what Alex can do about retaking that lead. Of course, Shadow Cobra starting second.
Grimo's lost it again. Grimo lost it again behind behind the Ghost of Herman. It wasn't at Eau Rouge. It was I don't know most of the corners. It was the chicane after that long straight after Eau Rouge.
Lecom.
Yeah.
Ollie T in slipstream of Ollie T. Excuse me, Emiliano in the slipstream of Ollie T. Ollie T in the slipstream.
As yeah, Grimo's lost it again. I don't think he's giving those tyres chance to cool down.
Oh, and guess who's just retired? Our pole sitter, Alex.
Oh,
has gone round
whiz.
somewhere, and I think that is going to be another casualty. Orvo Rouge going on board.
I'm just yeah, I'm having a look myself.
And yes, he is. He's firmly
yeah,
in the wall on the right hand
Rouge.
side.
Oh dear.
And that is unlucky. He's going to be kicking himself. So, you know, that is the second retirement from all. You know, well, I mean, the last time he retired, he was in a leading position. This time he was in second, but it's there or thereabouts.
Yeah, the last retirement the last retirement he had, which I think was Brazil, was completely out of his control.
Yeah, the game just completely glitched.
Yeah.
Really, really odd. I'll tell you what I am surprised that I haven't seen yet is a safety car.
We've had I think we've had 1 or 2 virtuals, but yeah, we ain't had a full safety car yet.
No, not yet. So, Alex joins.
Have we just jinxed
Tom,
it?
Well,
you never know.
We'll wait and see very shortly. 10 laps to go. Shadow Cobra now bona fide leader, and 3 seconds over the nearest man. This one, Fox River A, followed by the Ferrari of Wumax. He's had a stellar race so far, and yes, we've got an Alpine first, Aston Martin second, Ferrari third, Aston Martin fourth, Ferrari fifth. So pretty exclusive within the top 5 so far. BGR has managed to recover from that spin a little bit earlier. He's making good progress.
And as a fellow Aston Martin driver for Tier 3, looking at the top 4, I am pretty chuffed.
We'll wait and see.
Yeah.
If it stays that way.
Still a lot, yeah.
Well, we've got quite a few gaps now between the drivers. Closest one I can see is this one here, BGR. Trying to close in on Stoob. He's outside of that 1 second DRS. But he does have older tyres, and they are the harder compound. We've got another yellow.
Grim, Ghetto Big is retired.
And is that
Ghetto
another
Big
one?
is retired. Safety car.
There we go.
What were we talking about?
Exactly that, mate. Oh yeah, so you can see in that chicane it's right in the middle of the road, so yeah, that is why they've deployed that safety car. Well, get the virtual marshals to clean it out of the way. That is going to reset the field, and now I wonder what is going to happen in regards to any stops. Grimo's taken the opportunity to come in. That's a smart move. Get on the soft tyres.
Just looking at the gaps,
done the same.
Stoob's got about 14 seconds to, or is it Wumax or
It's
I don't
Wumax,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, he's got Wumax has got about 13 seconds to Stoob, so I don't know, but he's only on 2 laps. Those mediums are only on 2 laps, so.
That's the thing. Do you go for track position or
Shadow
Cobra's coming in, so he's pulled the trigger. What is the rest going to do? Fox River 8 follows him, and here we go.
Wumax as well.
There you go. So
top 3 in.
And I wonder if Stoob is going to see them. He's not going to. Oh yes, of course. Fox River 8 is in the pits. It's going to come up on his dash.
Yeah, it is. But will the gap be enough?
Will he come?
No, he stays out.
He stays out.
Stoob stays out.
BGR also stays out. So, I mean, they could have double stacked it. It would have been too much because it was, you know, well over 40 seconds back. But he's decided to go for track position. Look at that, Shadow Cobra free pit stop.
As the 2 Aston Martins side by side as Fox River 8 came out of the pits. I think Stoob thought better of it because I think Fox River 8 had the position as he came out of the pit, so I think Stoob must have softly put on the brakes there to allow his teammate to retake that position before they went side by side.
Yes, that could have got very messy. I mean, I understand wanting to, you know, it's a race, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know,
it's a race at the end of the day.
Exactly, so you're trying to get ahead of them, get the advantage to the point if you can, but, you know, good team play. Obviously, Fox River 8 on the quicker tyres is going to have the best chance. No disrespect, obviously, to you know, hand it to Shadow Cobra or at least give it a go. So we've got third and fourth place. They decided to stay out, but they've only gained the one position. Such was the gap. Womax has also come in single track. Emiliano, Vans, and Grimo, interestingly, as well as Mark, have gone on to another set of mediums. So maybe they're looking to see if the softs will go off pretty quickly. Let's have a look at the. Okay, so we've got Scott 83, who was a minute 50 behind. So I'd imagine we would get one more lap out of this.
I'm just wondering, because of the nature of the final sector here at Spa, I think Shadow Cobra will probably go on the restart as he just comes out the bus stop. That's my prediction.
Well, you want to minimise the amount of time these guys can spend in the slipstream.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people would probably go for it out of the bus stop because everyone else is going slow through the corner. So there is that.
I mean, under a safety car, you're supposed to be warming your tyres. I don't really do that. I just try and not get a penalty, and I'm sure that's what these guys are doing as well.
You do a Kimmy, do you?
Yep, just straight line it, stay out of my way. What? So top 5 then after that round of pit stops. We're under safety car now if you're just joining us, so we're going to get a 6 or 7 lap sprint towards the end. It is Shadow Cobra who's leading. Alex was leading. Popped out in second after that first round of stops, and then has unfortunately retired. But Shadow Cobra hasn't got it all his own way because Fox River 8 is behind in second. Stuber stayed out, so it's an Aston Martin 2-3 at the minute. And then the 2 Ferraris have been in the mix all evening. BGR leading Womax. Single Track was up in third by the time of his first stop. Something's happened to him, I'm not quite sure. But he's sticking solidly there in 6th. Emiliano 7th. Evil Homer, got to give a shout out to this man. Who's in the points currently on debut. Followed by Vans Racing and then Ollie T in the leading Red Bull, completing that top 10. 5 have retired. Get a biddy. Alex, as I mentioned earlier, Smith 96, and both Williams of Tom Brown and Boothby. 2 virtual safety cars and a safety car, and they're going to get ready to go soon, I should imagine.
Looking at the 2 Ferraris, because they're both 4th and 5th, one's on the hards, one's on the softs. Would BGR let Womax through, being on the better tyre? I wonder. Do a bit of team play.
I mean, it's easy to say for me looking at it here like, oh yeah, no, absolutely, that's a no-brainer. Give Womax a chance to get after the leading 2.
But like
but
you say,
when you're in the cockpit, no, you don't.
Yeah, it's no.
And I can't see that the lights have gone out, so I think we're still going to get one more lap.
Yeah, the lights are they've just gone out.
There we go.
They've just gone out.
Safety car in this lap. Shadow Cobra. Shadow Cobra will now become the pace setter. Don't. Is that going to come like a meme or something?
Time will tell.
I'll tell you what. If anyone in the Discord clips that, I will not be impressed.
Do it!
No, do it. Shadow Cobra about to get going again. He's really backed them up, so he's done exactly what you said, Carl. Was gone at the last bus stop, but Shadow has gone with him.
Yeah,
he's done alright actually there on his restart. It's 0.5 ahead already, and it's going to be interesting to see what BGR does. I think Stu got a little bit of a moment. That's going to put BGR on the back of him through Eau Rouge. Keep an eye towards the back. Make sure there's no incidents. Womax was, interestingly, he was warming up his tyres before going into Eau Rouge, so pretty brave. Maybe trying to distract single track, but BGR is going to the outside of Stoob on the harder compound tyre, and Stoob hangs it in there and has kept the position. Good driving there from BGR to get out of it when he's gone very wide there. Very well. It looked like he was going to go wide, but good driving from the pair of them. That's allowed Rumax to close back up as well. And now it's another quartet, but this time led by Stoob. BGR, Rumax, single track following just behind. And I think Rumax is trying to make it clear that he wants to get back past. And I think BGR is going to do it. This is the moment. BGR has run wide. Rumax there on the left slows down, and that was probably as well choreographed as you were going to get around there. So good team play there from the Ferrari drivers. Rumax now up to fourth. He can get after Stoob and then hopefully get after the leading two of Fox River 8 Shadow Cobra. Look at that Shadow Cobra trying to break that toe all the way down to the bus stop. As the leading guy, you are very vulnerable going into there. Seb Mayo with a penalty, and I think Shadow Cobra's just done enough to stave that one off. He's got good straight line speed, has the Alpine.
Sounds like it, especially when I'm watching the back end of the field. Because you've got Ollie T on the softs, right up the gearbox of Grimo for the final point. Grimo on those medium tyres, but Ollie on those softs.
Look at that
as they're coming through Eau Rouge.
Van's racing as well. Fox River 8 has picked up a time penalty pushing there. So 3 seconds, bang, just like that. That's really going to put a dent in his hopes.
Ollie with one as well.
And I think BGR's had a moment
through Eau Rouge
because he's dropped down past into 5th, now 7th. So Emiliano getting past there as well. Good opportunism from the other Alpine. Still 3 abreast basically. Van's racing Grimo and Ollie for 9th, 10th and 11th. But Grimo now pressuring that Haas.
And I think Mark's joining the back of the queue as well now for that battle for 9th, 10th, 11th and now 12th.
And I think Rumax is getting onto the back now of Stoob. Stoob done very, very well to hold him off this long. Single track, as Rumax is getting held up, single track is getting in the mix as well. BGR going very wide there in the background. And it's all getting a bit leery now in these final few laps. Meanwhile, Shadow Cobra keeping Fox River 8 at arm's length. Of course, that 3-second penalty there for the Aston Martin is not going to help. And Rumax is as close as he's ever been to get this move done through Blanchimont now. And he's going to have a look up at the bus stop, surely. Go on board for him. Look at that. Stoob has covered the inside line. He's done very, very well there defensively. Rumax getting a little bit out of shape, and I think single track is looking to go around the outside. It doesn't. Rumax spins. That allows single track through. I think Emiliano's going to get Rumax as well, and possibly BGR. No, excuse me, the Alpine and the Ferrari side by side into the source, and nice and clean there, lads. Easy does it. Nice work there from that second Alpine.
Grimo's just moved up to 8th,
and Ollie T has just got past Evil Homer.
Yeah, because Evil Homer made a mistake through the bus stop, and then there were about near enough 3 going into one corner, and he ended up getting on the grass into the hairpin and ended up going very wide, which opened the door for Ollie, as now Homer dives down the inside, outbrakes himself, I think, outbrakes himself. And Ollie gets the position back.
Oh, look at this. You can see up ahead. Single track as well is getting overtaken there by Emiliano. I think Emiliano's gone around the outside into reverse. So that was a fantastic move there.
Oh, that sounds impressive. I wish I would have... I'd love to have seen that if he did go around the outside there.
It if you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, Carl, you can watch it back once it's done.
Way ahead of you.
And I implore everybody else to subscribe to that as well, because I literally cannot be bothered to post a link in the chat every time. No, I'm joking. Obviously you'll get your notifications as and when we go live. If you are watching here and you're not involved in the league, I keep forgetting to do this, Martin will kill me. I'm going to chuck in our Discord server link. We're always on the lookout for new quick drivers, and we'll give you a hand in doing so. There's the Discord link. If you want to get involved, do click that. Back to this one though, Emiliano is going for third. Single track nearly went into the back of all of that, and so Emiliano has now up to third. Stube is now fourth. Single track has dropped to seventh. That's allowed both Ferraris past.
Mark's made a mistake. That's what the yellow flag is. Mark made a mistake out the bus stop and has dropped to 14th. Sorry to just jump straight in there.
Not a problem. So possibly a bit too eager on the loud pedal. But from third all the way down to, well, Grimo's getting involved now as well. So from third all the way down to eighth, it is anyone's game for the final podium slot. It's exactly what we want to see.
Yeah, and earlier on, just a moment ago, as Ollie T gets past Vans finally after being behind him for a few laps. I think it was Fox River 8 set a 45.0 to set the fastest lap of this race.
So he is not bothered about that 3-second penalty, and he's doing all he can to take this win on the road. Stube under pressure from Womax. BGR with another 3 seconds. So penalties are going to have a big impact on this. And look at that, Womax going down the inside of Pujon. Stube has done very, very well to keep it flat through there because he was on the outside. He was trusting Womax quite a bit there, but good racing from the pair of them. And the Aston Martin again stays in front. I don't know how. Penalties wise, Evil Homer's got 15 seconds worth, and Scott just behind with 12. Stuber's got 9, so he could potentially drop back because the others have only got 6, 3. Well, Grimmer's got 9.
Yeah, Scott's got 12. Mark's now got 9 because he's just had another 3 seconds added on.
Shadow Cobra responds with the fastest lap of his own, and Womax is going for the outside. Look at that, both Ferraris attacking. And Stube is basically Riccardo Zonta, but has managed to hold that one off. And this is an incredible defensive performance you are watching here tonight. Look at that, BGR having a look at Womax, but I think they're side by side almost. But Womax on the softer tyres getting the better exit, and we've got to stay on board for this through Eau Rouge. Any lift? Slightly, but we've seen Stube go round there, and he spun it, but crucially kept out the barrier. He's going to look to get going again, but that is that's very, very unlucky there, and he's now got to wait. He's dropped all the way from 4th to 14th, so 10 positions lost there. Stube, unlucky, commiserations there, but meanwhile up front, the gap is now 0.5 of a second between Fox River 8 and Shadow Cobra, so both sleuthing it out for...
But I don't think there's enough laps. If Fox River 8 does get past, I don't think there'll be enough laps for him to open that make that 3 second gap out, because we're only on lap 20 now, and we've only 22 left. So we've got about
of course, but Fox River 8 does not care about that. He got a great exit out of Stabilo, and he's going to have a look around the outside of Blanchimont. Please don't come together, you two. And they do. There's a minorist of contacts. They're still side by side into bus stop. Fox River 8 on the inside, later on the break. Good racing from both of them, but Shadow Cobra can obviously ease off knowing that Fox River 8 does have that 3 second time penalty, and he'll take that win back in the steward's room. But you know, I don't think he'll want to have it that way. I think he'll want to get this one done tonight on the track.
I mean, it's all right winning the race due to penalties, but I think everybody wants to be able to win it on track more than anything else. They want that bragging rights to say they won it on track and not in the stewards room.
Well, we cut back to Womax just then because he managed to get past Emiliano. Emiliano now with another 3 second time penalty, so these are racking up, and Emiliano now on the attack with the DRS. He's going to go for the inside. Womax takes the outside line. They've gone into each other, or rather I think Emiliano understeered into Womax, and Womax picks up a 3 second time penalty there for cutting the chicane. Obviously not much you can do with that one. Is he going to allow BG? Oh, what's gone on there? He's gone straight Womax into the wall and into retirement. Dear. I'm not really sure that was worth it, but either way, that has promoted the second Ferrari of BGR, the number 86, into third. And Fox River 8's giving it a good go with pulling out the gap on Shadow Cobra. Emiliano still attacking all over the back of
no one's giving
BGR.
an edge right now, because we're coming to the last few parts of this race. No one's giving an edge, and they are really pushing those track limits now. Taking every ounce of the track possible with these last few laps.
Trying to absolutely leave it out on the track here in Belgium.
Yeah, leaving nothing behind.
Exactly
at all.
that. And BGR and Emiliano closest battle at the minute. So this is for the final podium slot. Excuse me. And as we see there, BGR outbreaks himself. He's got to go very close, but that is obviously going to allow Emiliano back. I'm not entirely sure why he came across the track there. Potentially might be something to look at in the stewards, but it is getting very dicey now between all the top drivers. Single track takes a dive down the inside, and I think he's got that one done. Emiliano's gone off very, very wide. Got to be very careful
Scott
when you rejoin there.
Made a lunge down the inside of Homer, but ran a bit wide out the corner, and Homer got the position back. They are now going to go
side by side between single track and Emiliano.
Very
single track's gone round. It's been collected by Grimo.
It's all kicking off now. Disqualification for Herman, but
for not using two different compounds. I've never seen that before. That's the first.
No, it's the AI in the car as well.
Oh yes, of course.
I don't think Herman came back, so that is weird for the AI to do that.
Very, very odd. But single track losing out there, and he's now in 8th. BGR is safe there in 3rd, it seems. But Fox River 8 will take this. Well, he's got the chicane to go, but he will take this win on the road. Drop back to 2nd after that 3-second penalty has been applied, meaning Shadow Cobra will win round 5 T2 at Belgium. So
thus extending his lead as well in the championship.
And he's not even a full-time driver anymore. Have that.
No.
So Shadow Cobra wins. Oh, look at that. Emiliano really... I think BGR went really deep there into that final chicane. And Emiliano takes 3rd place at the death. Of course, we'll have to wait for penalties to filter through. Oh, look at... Wow. For a minute, single track was there. Then it was Ollie T. Then it was Vans. But after all those penalties have been applied, it's Vans Racing who takes 3rd place. Ollie T in the Red Bull will take 4th. BGR will be 5th. Single track 6th. Very, very unlucky, unfortunate there at the end on the final lap. Emiliano will drop to 7th. Grimo 8th. Seb Mail from the back of the grid to 9th is a fantastic effort. We'll wait and see who that driver of the day is. That was a slow burner, wasn't it?
It was Seb Mail game driver of the day.
I think that's fair enough from the game.
Yeah, it was slow to get going, but then towards the end it just seemed to all just kick off.
No, I think there was a lot of clean racing in there.
That opening lap through Eau Rouge, no contact, no nothing. That was clean and crisp, and I tell you something, I take my hat off to everybody for that.
And even the collisions that we did have, it wasn't. You could tell when if people are being careless. Yeah. It was just where they were fighting for so long, close quarters. It's bound to happen.
But you're not going to give an inch, really, are you?
No, absolutely not, especially around here. Everybody wants to win here. It is
definitely
Shadow Cobra who wins that one. Fox River 8 is 2nd. Vans Racing, he completes your podium in the Haas. Ollie T in that Red Bull is 4th. BGR is the first Ferrari to finish in 5th. Single track 6th. Disappointing day for him. Looks to come back next week. Emiliano did have 3rd position but dropped to 7th on penalties. Grimo 8th. Seb Mail game driver of the day from the back of the grid up to 9th, and Mark Hodgson done well to recover something out of this race with a point for 10th. Scott 83 finished 11th. Evil Homer 12th on debut. 13th is Stu. 14th Womack Ghetto Biggie is 15th, Alex 16th, Smith 17th, Tom Brown 18th, Boothby and Herman was last, disqualified for not using both compounds. Oh, right, well that's enough from me and Carl. I'm going to be heading off for Tier 1 very soon. Don't even know what we're racing at next week. You'll find out in the Discord chat. But either way, I've had a great Tier 2 race. I hope you guys have too. And we will see you very shortly for Tier 1.